Time to jump into this beautiful series once again. We are so close to finishing the season. Dan, Season 2, Episode 10. This episode starts off pretty unusual. We get to see the morning routine of this fellow right here. And let's just say, Bro is sort of a vibe. As he's walking to school, he's just rocking it out singing. Let's not forget these killer dance moves. A recurring thing that we see is him taking a comb out of his jacket pocket to comb his hair. Once this character gets near people by the school, he gets quieter as he sings, till suddenly he just stops. Quickly, we go from watching this new character to in front of the school, and there we see Ken behind a pole, where we get to learn that he's waiting to say hi to Momo. Oh my goodness, I think I just noticed this. So we're literally going back in time, back in season 1, when Ken was still shy to say hi to Momo at the school. Right when Momo pushes into Ken and says you're late to him, our new character is there to notice. And as class starts, we look at more of this as a rewind to fit this character in. Similar to Ken, he reads magazines of his own obsession. He also keeps his eye on Ken the whole time. Whenever Ken and Momo were looking for each other, this character was actually following Ken. The same time Ken asks about Momo in the classroom, he asks about Ken. There's just something funny about this character being thrown in, looking for Ken at the same exact time. Finally, we're back to Momo and Ken on the bench doubting each other. Suddenly, on the other side, we get to see our new character was there the whole time. And as you know, the moment he decides to get up and walk off, he sees Momo and Ken accidentally kiss. Coming back from after the opening, this character is still trying to make contact with Ken and watching him. So he pulls out this Gundam, possibly one of his interests, and he's trying to get Ken to notice him as he runs around with it. After all that, Ken doesn't even notice him. His new plan is to use brute force, and apparently that's the only way he'll win. Win what? We don't know. Definitely a twist I didn't see coming. He starts humming, and Ken notices him. There he says, I see you. Yeah, I see you, my enemy. At first, Ken goes back to reading, and dude is just like, hey, I'm talking to you. And Ken's like, what? I don't even know you. Apparently, he's interested in how Momo's into him. And of course, Bro starts listing Ken's shortcomings like he hasn't seen a mirror before. No offense. He also brings up Era. He's just curious how Ken is so good with the ladies. In the middle of that conversation, Momo comes in. Of course, last episode at the very end, she found out about Ken's other nut. My face would be looking like that too if I knew nothing about the lore. Now, with Momo being a part of this conversation, this guy switches up. I think he likes Momo just from this face alone. Yet again, Momo brings up the golden ball mid-conversation, and Bro is like, maybe this is what gets you popular with the girls, is spicy talk. Suddenly, things get switched up again. A fellow student female comes up to Momo and says, you can't be interrupting class like that. And this girl likes Ken because she says, you can tell her no if you want to, Ken. I'm just like, what? So she's actually the class rep. So we get like a chick fight going on where they're fighting over Ken. Brody's on the sideline swaying back and forth. Damn, he's so popular. He was sitting there waiting for the perfect time. He comes in, he poses up, 10-gallon wiener with the skibbity riz. I know it's not gonna age, but it's good. And their faces are just like, bro, what? That's right, I got this. Wiener question mark. School's finally over. Momo and Ken are walking together. They sit there and talk about the day and about how Ken has finally been accepted as someone cool. Their conversation then switches over back to Ken's ball, which they have someone listening in. He just wants to learn how to will the spicy talk and trade smooches with pretty girls like Momo. But as he continues his spying activity, he wonders what they're doing at an apartment complex. But as he sits there and wonders, he accidentally hits a paint can and they notice him. He then tries to play it off. He walks forward and says, hey, it's pretty funny that we try to walk home all at the same time. And as he comes forward, he starts floating and turns completely green and he's suddenly shot forward. It just so happened that he was going to get launched right into Momo at the perfect time to try and kiss her. Suddenly, Ken is able to save her quickly in the nick of time. But he definitely took some damage there as well. As they wonder what caused this, Ken notices something. Momo, look over there. A floating golden ball. As it's flying away, Momo tries to grab it, but it's too fast. And as Ken tries to grab onto it, it seems as though it's fighting back, and it immediately shoots into his head. The whole time we thought this was a ghost, but Ken can feel that there's something or someone actually there instead. The ball ends up running away, but you know what that means? Ken and Momo piggyback time. As they try to look for the ball, they once again get attacked, except this time it is a sneak attack. The chase resumes. Suddenly the ball runs away and it starts going upwards and makes its way to the roof. No matter what they do, it's just too fast. The ball's already jumped back down, but Momo has a plan. This time Ken is going to be holding her. Momo uses her power to hold the top of the roof, and there she swings just like Spider-Man. They see the ball, it's perfectly lined up. They get in direct contact with it, but she ends up bouncing off of it. As they're both falling down, she uses her power to cushion them. As the two are talking and recovering, we hear the scream of our new friend. As the two run back in, Ken asks Momo what's the plan, and she says none. Priority is to save the perv. As they're coming around the staircase, they see where he's falling. Quickly, Momo grabs him and saves him. As the ball approaches them, we got someone new in charge. Okay, he's gonna hit it with the jet stream attack. As he actually goes in with this attack, the ball barely dodges and he falls over. Bro, we literally have Dexter on the team. It's highly likely that it's using retroreflective projection technology. The ball breaks out of the door of an apartment and the chase is on. He's just too powerful. As this ball is just going through every room, every wall, he's just running right behind. The whole gang here is on the chase. Eventually, Momo sees it, and she also sees the reflection. Finally, she's able to grab onto it. Now Ken has to follow up, going full throttle. Definitely a hard hit. Momo thinks her new friend, and this is where we learn that he's learned this from his magazine. While Homie is having his little nerd breakdown on the whole suits and reflective, Momo and Ken investigate what they were just fighting, and whenever they get a closer look, we come to find out it is a kaiju. Another thing they notice is the ball is nowhere to be seen, so they have to go down to investigate. As the group is turned around trying to get down there to go investigate, this beast simultaneously starts growing. Momo and Pervy aren't really paying attention. Ken looks back and he's like, Momo, you gotta see this. And well, the monster's back up. This time, it's just massive, and it's trying to get to them. I want to almost say this thing grew even more. But we end this episode off on a huge hurdle that they're gonna have to face now. This episode has me thinking. I'm just like, man, season 2, we don't have too many episodes, but whenever the series finally ends for sure, we're gonna look back at this and we're gonna be like, dang, this series really did it all when it comes to sci-fi as well as the spiritual side of things. They've tried pretty much everything, and I am just all for it. Frickin' kaijus now? Aw, man. But honestly, really great episode. We get to meet a new character. Seemed a little pervy, just wants to get close to the girls. Probably misunderstood a little bit. And he has like a hatred towards Ken, which is kind of ironic because they're similar. Two different sides of sci-fi, but they kind of interline with the fantasy stuff. Class Rep actually played a part here as well. Don't think too many people are going to be talking about that. Wonder if she's going to show up again. I don't know if she's going to be a love interest, but hey, it's just interesting. Overall, I was surprised, especially to see that they're going to have to fight a kaiju, and maybe this new character is going to get a power, and hopefully a name. I want to hear a name. No spoilers, though, of course. If I had to rate it, I'm going to say it's positively a 9. I feel like this is the 9 episode. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are on Dan to Dan Season 2, Episode 10. Hope you stay safe, and until next time, peace out, guys.